Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube. I know it's been a while since I've been on, but I'm back. And as of right now, we were distracted by the news of a fake war to try to cover up that Australia is on fire. And it finally rained. I mean, that's all good. But for the amount of time that it was on fire, it should have been more of a priority. Like, our Earth is dying. And the one thing we're all worried about is if, like, I understand Trump's an idiot. That's my personal opinion. Other people voted for him, and I don't really see what they seen in him, but um, he killed two of Iran's top leaders. Did an overhead missile strike type thing, and as of right now, Iran's leader is saying death to America, but that is more. He's now reinstating it, saying that it's more of a threat to Trump than it is to us. But I'm sorry, but how could the commander-in-chief lead us in a war when he ran away from one way back with a fake illness? And then now there's a story coming out that his two sons developed back spurs, so even if we did go to war, they wouldn't be fighting. So basically, he's teaching his kids to be a coward just like him. Personally, if they bring the draft back, and if I get drafted, I choose to go to jail. I will not go to war for a president that does nothing but sit on a toilet, shit, and tweet. It's disgusting, basically. We put, well, not me, I didn't vote for him, but whoever did, the people who wear the red hats that say, "Make America Great Again," make America great again, should be the ones going off to fight in the war first. They should be volunteering their lives for a person that they so much agreed with his way of life that they brought him in office. But now you don't hear any of them saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going to war and my president needs me." And at the end of the day, I miss Obama. Obama never put us in a war with anything like that. We went as allies to go help. And then now we're turning against, and this motherfucking Cheeto in office wants to use Twitter as if Twitter is gonna end the war. No, what's gonna end the war is nothing. I mean, there's been blogs and stuff posted saying that if this turns into World War III because of the fact that we have climate change to deal with, that the war on top of the war on climate is gonna annihilate us all. And I mean, and then there's been a lot of talk about the girl who raised over $700,000 for the fire in Australia, and everybody's been saying, "Oh, well, 2020 is going to be about the year of supporting whores." No, it's not about that. It shouldn't have taken for her to say, "I'm going to send you naked pictures of myself for money to help the planet." It's, how do I say it? She's a great person for doing that. Let me say that. For her to agree to expose herself to so many people for $10 a picture for a cause like that, that she has to have big balls for that. But a lot of people are slut shaming her, saying, oh, well, you're just a whore. You probably would have done it for free, even if there wasn't something going on in Australia. But in all reality, she's one of the only other citizens who isn't a celebrity, who tried to make an effort to donate and to help, and you know what I mean? So, those of you that are just on your phone saying, oh, well, she's a fucking tramp for that, did you donate? Have you been making posts? Have you been praying for our earth? Have you been making changes to what you use, what plastic products you throw away? Because it wouldn't have even led to all this if we would have listened back in the 90s when people were saying climate change, but nobody wanted to listen back then because everything was so perfectly fine, I guess. But now we're seeing it, and people are still trying to deny science because of their Christianity. I'm sorry, but as much as I believe in God, I believe in science, and science says we're all gonna die if we don't take a step back and start working on this. Because there's only so much that faith can do for us. Yeah, faith might give us an idea of where we're going, heaven or hell, that type of thing. Even if you believe in God, if you believe in Allah, that type of thing, it gives you a sense of where you're going once you die. But faith doesn't help the fact of how we're going to die. And if the world's going to end due to us humans hurting Mother Nature, then that's our fault at the end of the day. And personally, that means we should all be deemed to hell. The place that was so beautifully made for us, as it says in the Bible, that it was made with perfect lighting, perfect water, perfect everything. It's not so perfect anymore. You know, like all of our koalas are almost gone. Our kangaroos. All the animals that people in New York and Philly and Florida and California and stuff like that, they take their kids to the zoos to go see these animals. And later on during the line, my generation will have our kids, and we won't have any other animals to show for except for a guy in a hairy gorilla suit. That's not right. And I know I'm going to get people in the comments that are going to try to come after my weight. Let me just tell you, before you judge a book by its cover, I have a thyroid condition that makes it very difficult for me to lose weight. It's also none of your business. And I know some people are going to try to argue my thing about faith and the thing about Trump. And let me just tell you, I don't give two fucks about what you guys have to say. Because at the end of the day, if you voted for him to be in office, if you supported him from the forefront, when those drafts start coming up, you better be volunteering first. Because I didn't vote him in office. And I bet you if it would have went the other way around, we wouldn't be going into war right now. And there are going to be people that are going to argue climate change, saying things about race and how one race might survive all of it. Doesn't matter what color your skin is. We're all made of the same anatomy. If we're going back to science, our hearts are all in the same place. Our organs are all in the same place. Our lungs work and lay the same way. Our veins, our nervous system all lay the same way. Now, there are some people who live with their organs reversed. It's a very rare condition where instead of your heart being on the left side, it's on your right side and all your organs are flipped. But in that instance also, We all also have the same amount of organs. All the organs have the same functions. Like all our livers are supposed to filter things out of our systems. And our lungs are supposed to help oxygen getting into our bodies and to oxygenate our blood. Our heart is to pump blood through our system. It ticks, it talks, that type of thing. If the world ends due to climate change, we are all going to die a very hot, burning, or a very freezing cold death, depending on which side of the planet you're on. And it doesn't come down to race. It doesn't come down to hair color. It doesn't come down to ethnicity. It comes down to the fact of science. If we don't do something now, we are going to die. They said they barely see us making it to 2025. That's a very sad estimate to the life we all could have past 2025. We could have the first flying car and the first flying train station and the first rocket ship where we could take trips back and forth to different planets and stay on different planets and have vacations on different planets. Like, to be able to, like, let's just say in the future they make a floating, like, submarine, but instead of, like, in the water, it flies. And we're able to fly to Mars and Pluto and Neptune, and it has all this equipment on there that as soon as you land on that planet, you put on this special suit and it will allow you to survive on that planet and that climate. Me personally, because they said that there's water ice caps on Mars, I think there was life on Mars at one point, and I think we all, before reaching Earth, fucked it up so bad that they had to send groups of people here. And that's where my theory comes in about the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs. We fucked up Mars so bad, maybe we had to travel in an asteroid to reach the Earth to try to survive. But now they can't even find another planet in our solar system, in our galaxy, that's close enough for us to move to. We're fucked. And it's sad. And the reason why I put that little bit of that silence in there is to think about the things we could have done. And we may not even get a chance to do it. We are literally fucked. So, this was more of like a conversation thing, and as I said, you guys can try to burn me up in the comments and try to make comments about things that don't even have to do with the video. You could even make positive comments. I don't care at this point about what anybody has to say, because at this point, none of our opinions matter. The only thing that matters is what's happening next. And, but this has been my YouTube video for today. I may not make another video tomorrow, maybe a cover video, depending on how I'm feeling tomorrow. And, subscribe, like, hit the bell below, get notifications when I post next. And, I hope you guys liked this video. For those who don't, you don't have to watch. So, hope you guys have a wonderful night, because where I am, it is almost 6 o'clock in the evening. But if you guys are anywhere else, I hope you have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good night, and see you later.